we were talking, having a good time, and then I had to tell her some very kind of disturbing news.
What news was that?
That me and her father were going to be getting a divorce.
All right.
And then, even more disturbing, I had to tell her, she asked me why. And because of our relationship, I didn't want to lie to her, so I told her her father and mother were having an affair.
Do you remember that day?
I do.
Can you take me back to that day?
Yeah, so pretty much I was coming home from the holidays from school. My daddy called me like, hey, baby girl, come home. We have something we want to talk to you about. I get there. My father isn't even there. She is. And, we were just, kicking in everything. We began to drink. So pretty much while we're drinking, she gets a little aggravated, agitated. The situation is escalated. And she tells me, she breaks the news to me, like I said, without my father being present. She knows what time he gets off of work. She told me that they were getting divorced, and I asked why. Then she starts to get escalating everything. She told me that my mother was excuse my language, you know what I'm saying?
No.
She was calling my mother names. Mm-hmm.
Did you call her mother a...
Tell the truth.
No, Your Honor, what happened was we have a very close relationship. And I did tell her why. And kind of between the drinks and our close relationship, I guess I kind of went outside and was like, homewrecker, da-da-da. And didn't really...
Who says that to their daughter?
Wait a minute. I'm talking about her mother. I wasn't speaking directly like your mother's a...
How many had you had?
Right.
Well, we had a couple drinks. That was our thing.
She was down to most of the bottle. We had a close relationship,
and I was the first person who took her out on her 21st birthday and ordered sunrise. So that was kind of our theme whenever we would get together and have girl talk and girl time.
So during this girl time, you decided to break it to her that her father was with her mother again.
Without my father being present.
It was planned, and we were waiting for my ex-husband to get there, but he didn't get there, and we were talking, and kind of, it came a little premature.
What happens with this bottle?
So once I told her that we were getting a divorce and she asked why, like I said, I did say, homewrecker, those sorts of things. And her arms started flailing, and she was like, don't talk about my mother like this and that. And she hits my hand, and my hand hits.
That makes sense.
Next thing I know is on the ground, busted.
You were drinking?
Yeah, the bottle.
How much was left in the bottle?
Oh, more than half.
Does anybody have any evidence?
I got it right here.
I do.
Thank you.
And here's the receipt for the bottle.
It's not about the alcohol at all.
Yeah.
You're taking out a situation where you're angry at her mother on her. And I just let you testify here today, Miss Thatcher, about how close you were. And I'm sitting up here thinking to myself, why would a woman that worked that hard to establish a relationship with a young woman, in an instance where the foundation that the daughter thought she had been destroyed, whether it was by her mother or not? You all had a very real relationship, and you were a family. You were basically telling her the family that with your dad and me and you, it's not going to be. You was chomping at the bit.
Thank you.
Because you sick of her mama. And so that's why you brought this up before her daddy got home.
I believe the biggest mistake here is assuming that emotional closeness would override biological loyalty. A lot of step parents think that they are close until there is conflict between the households. And that's where you find out exactly where the emotional lines are. Also, insulting somebody's mother right after revealing a divorce is basically forcing that person to pick a side in real time. That almost never stays calm. It's also interesting that the stepmom decided to tell her before the dad got home, because it shifts the power dynamic of the conversation. There's no mediator there, no buffer, no other perspective, just raw emotion and accusations dropped in the room. The bottle matters symbolically. It wasn't just random property. The stepmom keeps tying it to their bond, their memories. It's their thing. And it stands to represent their relationship collapsing right in front of them. What do you think? Let's keep going.
You all got into an altercation because you started calling her mother names.
Who's not going to get upset at that?
Who is not going?
Thank you.
Ms. Cole?
I'm sorry. Because this is really irritating. And
well, the bottom line is, I'm talking.
I apologize.
There's no young woman that's just going to let another woman just talk about her mother like a dog, whether her mother was wrong or right. So the fact that an altercation ensued is not unheard of. So what responsibility do you have in this?
Well, I have and will apologize for calling her mother a name, but she still has no right.
Go ahead and do it then.
I'm sorry for calling your mother a name.
You sorry for
wasting. I shouldn't have, but I still feel like you shouldn't have broke my bottle of. And you didn't have that
right.
She
did not break. You tell the story. This is the problem. And all this drives me crazy. You spend all this time doing paperwork, waiting for a court date, and come up here and testify against your own self.
Well, I don't even
understand what's going on here. You told a whole... Am I the only one in here that heard it?
Nope. Tell the truth.
I told the truth. I admitted what point. I did, and but she still didn't have a fight.
You don't have any business coming into court suing for a $250 bottle worth of that you had already pretty much drank the if you were drinking and she was drinking and you was enough to try to call her mother a homewrecker and you was because ain't nobody in their right mind trying that.
Very.
Well, she is a homewrecker.
You had
see it's coming out now. True character. Come on now.
She wanted to say it.
She is.
Just like you wanted to say it then, you wanted to say it now because you're hurt. Because let me tell you something. The fact that he's now back with his ex, that's hurtful.
It is, especially when her mother came to me and we had developed a rapport saying that she really appreciated the interest that I took in her daughter, the care and the genuine love. And to turn around and then with my husband and have an affair with him.
Go ahead and let it out then, Miss Thatcher. We're here for you. Just pretend that you lying on the couch right now. We'll be a therapist. Go ahead, because you need to get it out. You are hurt. You are offended. You are betrayed. You are disgusted. Go ahead.
And can I say one thing before she goes?
Stop talking.
All of them.
Go ahead.
Everything you said, and just how much care I put into her daughter when her daughter was going through puberty and didn't feel pretty, didn't feel loved. I put so much care into her. Even her mother came to me and thanked me for that and said, yeah, we got off to a rocky start. I don't like how you were.
And all the while, you thought the relationship was in a good place. She was with your husband.
Yes.
That's what hurt you. That's what you needed to say. That's what you felt. And that's why you came here today over $250. It's not for the $250, honey, will never cover the price of the pain that you just outlined because it's real.
Can I say one thing? All right, I'm sorry. I have my hand up.
Mercy.
I'm sorry.
You know what?
I'm sorry. This is frustrating for me, Your Honor. This really touches home because when I was a child, my parents divorced. She was the mistress. So it's just like you're upset at something that you put my family through from the jump.
No.
We have to go to family therapy and everything.
Let me spin around and give you 30 seconds now.
Thank you.
Lord have mercy. Go ahead, Miss Coke. What happened? Lord.
Okay, boom. 12 years old, my mother and my father talked to me and they sit me down there saying, we're separating. I go over my father's house. Guess who's there? I'm like, who is this? And it's just like she made an effort, in family therapy and everything, but it's just like, how are you upset and you're doing all of this over what my mother did to you? And you did that to my mama and me.
That is not true.
Hold on now.
What they say, what goes around comes around.
Miss Coke, you needed to get that out too.
Thank you.
We got it out in the open. And I don't know about y'all, but this is messier than that spilled bottle of...
The interesting part is that both women feel betrayed here, but they are measuring the betrayal from completely different timelines. The stepmom is focused on the marriage ending now, and the stepdaughter is focused on her parents' marriage ending years ago. Also notice how the apology didn't resolve anything because the emotion underneath it didn't change. She apologized, then immediately called the mom a homewrecker again. So that tells you that the apology was more about like courtroom show than an actual shift in feeling. Stepdaughter's point is honestly what the judge probably clocked here. The stepmom wants empathy for being cheated on now, but the daughter still sees her as part of the original damage done to her own family. So from the daughter's perspective, this isn't new pain, this is history repeating itself. And the reason this feels so emotionally explosive is because everybody involved thinks they're the injured party. Nobody in the courtroom sees themselves as the villain. That is why the conversation keeps going back to the old resentment and doesn't actually focus on what she went to court about. Let's find out the verdict.
Whew. Messy. You all have a lot to work through because even with the hurt and the pain you've talked about, there was still a very real relationship that was formed. You may not be ready to discuss it and overcome these issues right in this moment, but I hope one day you will. Your case is dismissed. Judgment for the defendant. Court is adjourned.
What makes this case sad is that two things can be true at once. A relationship can be real and still be built on unresolved damage underneath it. Which brings us to our big life lesson. Unhealed family dynamics don't disappear just because people try to move forward. They usually resurface later under pressure. So do better. Stop expecting people to instantly separate past hurt from present relationships. Now my question for you. Do you think the mom was justified in how she acted? Or do you think she took it too far? Put your answers in the comments below. And as always, thank you for watching. Make sure to like, follow, and share, and I will see you again soon.